Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the topic radioactivity, specific activity, origin of the ion sources. It includes fast electron sources, heavy charged particle sources. Here fast electron sources and heavy charged particle sources are known as a charged particle radiation. The next sources of the electromagnetic radiation is known as a uncharged particle radiation. Also neutron sources. First, radioactivity. Here the term radioactivity is the property of the some atomic nuclei of the spontaneously emitting the radiations like gamma radiations or subatomic particles like alpha and beta particles. This is done by an atomic nucleus that if it is unstable, it want to give up some energy in order to shift to a more stable configuration. For the discovery of the spontaneous radioactivity, Becquerel was awarded the half of the Nobel Prize for the physics in 1903. The other half being given to the Perry and Marie Curie for their study of the Becquerel radiation. So that Becquerel is known for the father of the radioactivity. Here Becquerel is known for the father of the radioactivity. Also it is the activity of the radioisotopes, which is the activity of the radioisotope source is defined as the rate of decay is given by the decay law, that is dN divided by dt, which is equal to minus lambda divided by n. Minus sign because decay of the radioactive substance, where n is the number of the radioactive nuclei and lambda is the decay constant. Here radioisotope is an unstable form of a chemical element that releases the radiation as it breaks down and become more stable. Here radioisotope may occur in nature or be made in a laboratory. Also it is called as a radionuclides. Here radioisotopes also known as a radionuclides. The next, radioactive decay. In case of radioactive decay is the process in which a nucleus loses the energy by emitting the radiation. This is usually in the form of the alpha particle. Here alpha particle is known as a helium nuclei. It consists of a atomic number 2 with the mass number 4. The next, beta particle as electron or positron. Here beta particles taken as electron or positron, or gamma rays, which is a high energy photons. In all decay process, mass and charges are conserved. In all decay process, mass and charges are conserved in case of radioactive decay. Also radioactive decay laws state that, here radioactive decay law, it states that the probability per unit time that a nucleus will decay is a constant, which is a constant is denoted by the letter lambda. That constant which is known as a lambda, that is known as a decay constant. The next, go through the unit of the radioactivity. Here first unit is the Curie. It is indicated by the letter Ci. So 1 Curie here 1 Curie, that is 1 Ci is equal to 3.7 into 10 to the power 10 disintegration per second or decay per second. That is 1 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 dps. Here dps is the disintegration per second or decay per second. Also it has one more SI unit, that is becquerel. It is indicated by the letter BQ. So 1 BQ is equal to 1 dps, 1 disintegration per second. The next specific activity. Here specific activity, which is defined as the activity per unit mass of the radioisotope sample, which is the activity per unit mass of the radioisotope sample. So that specific activity can be written as specific activity, which is equal to activity divided by mass. So activity, we already know that activity can be written as lambda into n. Here lambda into n. And next mass can be written as n into m divided by AV, where here numerator and denominator term both consisting of a n, that is number of radioactive nuclei. So n will be cancelled. So remaining is lambda into AV divided by m, where m is the molecular weight and lambda is the decay constant. The next, origin of the ion sources. Here origin of the ion sources can be classified into 3 types. One is past electron sources. Next one is heavy charged particles. Then next one is electromagnetic radiation. First one past electrons sources, then next one heavy charged particles, then next one is third one is electromagnetic radiation. Here in that case, past electron sources and heavy charged particles are known as a charged particle radiation. This is already studied in a previous session in radiation sources. The next electromagnetic radiation is known as uncharged radiation. First is past electron sources. It includes, here past electron sources, it includes first one beta decay. Before that, here in case of past electron sources, it includes the beta particles, either positive or negative, as well as the energetic electrons produced by the any other processes. The next beta decay. Here beta decay occurs when in a nucleus with too many protons or too many neutrons. We know that beta decay, which occurs when a nucleus, it consists of so many protons as well as the so many neutrons. One of the proton or neutron is transferred into the others, in beta minus decay. In case of beta minus decay, a neutron decays into produce a proton or an electron and an antineutrino in case of beta minus decay. Similarly, in case of beta plus decay, a proton which is decays into a neutron, a positron and antineutrino. Neutron, positron and neutrino. In case of beta plus decay. The next here, in case of beta decay, the past electrons or beta particles, either it may be a beta plus or beta minus decay, are emitted during the radioisotope decay by the beta minus emission, that is X. Here parent nucleus has X, A, Z, where Z is the atomic number, where A is the mass number. Here parent nucleus which produces the daughter nucleus as Y to the power of Y, A, with the mass number as A with atomic number as Z plus 1 with the liberation of beta minus particle with the antineutrino, where nu dash, which is the antineutrino, where x and y is the initial and final nuclear elements, or it is known as a parent and daughter nucleus. The energy of the beta particle emitted varies from decay to decay. This energy of the beta particle, which is not a constant, which varies from decay to decay and can ranges from 0 to the beta endpoint energy, which is varies from 0 to the beta endpoint energy. In case of endpoint energy, in the radioactive decay of the nucleides emitting the beta particles, all beta particle energies are possible from, which is possible from 0 to the maximum value, are known as a endpoint energy, which is known as a endpoint energy. In case of chlorine with mass number 36, in case of chlorine with mass number 36, which decays with the half-life of the 3 lakh years by emitting a beta particles and electron capture. Most of the decays are by the beta particle emitting the chlorine 17 with the atomic number 17 with the mass number 36, which decays the primarily by beta minus. The next decays to form a, beta minus, which chlorine 36, which decays to form a argon with the atomic number 18, because here chlorine has atomic number Z, that means 17. The next argon has atomic number, that is plus 1, that is 18, with the mass number same as it is, that is 36, with the liberation of beta minus particle and antineutrino with the end point energy of the beta particle. Here with the end point energy of the beta particle emitting during the decay of chlorine 36 is 0.714 mega electron volt in case of decay of the chlorine 36 element. Here chlorine 36 element, which is taken as a parent nucleus with the argon with the atomic number 18 with the mass number same as it is as the chlorine, that is 36, which is taken as a daughter nucleus with the liberation of beta minus particle with the antineutron, with the liberation of energy is of the order of 0.714 mega electron volt. Here the energy which changes from decays to decay process. The next one is internal conversion. Here internal conversion is a non-radioactive decay process, whereas an excited nucleus interacts the electromagnetically with one of the orbital electrons of the atom. Thus, in an internal conversion process, a higher energy electron is emitted from the radioactive atom, but not from the nucleus, which is emitted from the radioactive atom but not from the nucleus. The decay of the internal conversion results in the emission of an atomic electrons. This electron is called as the internal conversion electron. This electron, which is known as the internal conversion electrons, is emitted from an atom after absorbing the excited energy of the nucleus. This mode of decay accompanies and even completes with gamma ray emission as a de-excitation process of the unstable nucleus or nuclei. Here in case of internal conversion, which is a non-radioactive decay process, whereas the excited nucleus, which is interact electromagnetically with the one of the orbital electrons of the atom, which is about the internal conversion. The next process is Auger electron. Auger electron. Here Auger electrons are produced when an excited atom releases the extra energy to an electron, that is then emitting is an Auger electron. Here in case of Auger electrons are produced when the excited atom which releases the extra energy to an electron, that is then emitting as an Auger electron. The Auger electrons are emitted when an electron beam which is hitting the surface, which creates the electron holes in a lower shell. Here lower shell as a K, L or M, and when this hole is filled by an electron, when the hole is created, that hole will be created by the filled by an electron from a higher shell elements. The excess energy of this jump is transferred to the another electron which is emitted. This is produced by the discrete energy spectrum. It is produced by the discrete energy spectrum. The next, in case of heavy charged particle sources. Second one is heavy charged particle sources, is also known as a charged particle radiation. First, alpha decay. Here alpha decay is a type of radioactive decay, in which an atomic nucleus which emits an alpha particle and thereby transforms or decays into a different atomic nucleus, which transforms or which it will be decays into a different atomic nucleus with mass number, with its mass number as Z, that is reduced by 4. Its mass number which is reduced by 4, number 4, and atomic number, that is Z. Here mass number is taken as a and atomic number is taken as a Z, that is reduced by a 2. Here atomic number Z, which is reduced by a 2, with mass number A, that will be reduced by a 4. That is taken as a helium atom. It consists of a atomic number with the atomic number as 2 and mass number as 4, that is known as a alpha particle. Here helium is taken as a alpha particle. Here alpha decay occurs when a nucleus is unstable. Because it has too many protons. Because nucleus has too many protons, the nucleus emits alpha particle or helium and energy, which here nucleus which emits both alpha particle and energy. An alpha particle consists of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Here 2 protons and neutrons. Here 2 protons means the atomic number is 2 with the mass number, that means proton plus neutron as mass number, that is 4, which is actually a helium nucleus. Losing the proton and neutron makes the nucleus more stable. If the nucleus which is unstable, then losing the either proton or neutron, which makes the nucleus to more stable. Here alpha particle emitted during the decay process, here given below. Here alpha particle which emitting the emitted during the decay process. Here alpha particle, which in here alpha particle with the atomic number as 2 with the mass number as 4. Let us consider a parent nucleus as X with the mass number A with the atomic number Z, which decays into form of daughter nucleus as Z minus 2. Here daughter nucleus as Y with the atomic number as Z minus 2 with the mass number as A minus 4, plus with the liberation of the alpha particle or helium atom, where X and Y are the initial and final nucleus. Here X and Y are the initial and final nucleus, or X is also known as the target nucleus, Y is a product nucleus. For each distinct transition between the initial and final nucleus, a fixed energy difference or Q value characterizes the decay, where Q value is already we know that in nuclear physics Q value for the reaction is the amount of energy absorbed or amount of energy will be released during the nuclear reaction. It is known as a Q value of the nuclear reaction. This energy is shared between the alpha particle and recoil the nucleus. The alpha particle appears with the energy which is taken as a Q of A minus 4 divided by A. It is not harmful because most of the alpha particle energies are limited between about 4 to 4 mega electron volt and 6 mega electron volts, with the energy ranges from 4 to 6 mega electron volt, which has a short range of energies. Also, alpha particles are monoenergetic. Monoenergetic means alpha particles having energies are confined to an extremely narrow range. It has a small range, that is we know that 4 to 6 mega electron volt range. For example, uranium 92 with the atomic number 92 with its mass number as 238, which decays to form a thorium of atomic number as 90 with the mass number as 234 with the liberation of the alpha particle. This is the one example for the alpha decay. In case of spontaneous fission process, we already know that in lower classes, nuclear fission is the splitting of an atomic nucleus into a 2 or more stable nuclei with the liberation of energies that is known as a nuclear fission reaction. Here 2 or more lighter nuclei are known as a fission fragment. It is already studied in the lower classes. The next here, spontaneous fission is a type of the radioactive decay in which certain unstable nuclei of the heavier element split into that will be split into two nearly equal fission fragment, lighter nuclei or fission fragment, and liberate a large amount of energy. That is known as the spontaneous fission. Spontaneous fission is a type of the radioactive decay in which certain unstable nuclei of the heavier element that will be split up into two lighter nuclei or fission fragment with the liberation of large amount of energy. For example, when a uranium 92 with the atomic number 92 with mass number 235, which combines with the neutron with the mass number 1, that will be form of krypton and beryllium. Here krypton and beryllium. Here kryptons with the atomic number 36 with the mass number 95, with beryllium with atomic number 56 and mass number as 159, with the liberation of 2 neutrons with the liberation of large amount of energy. Here the energy shared by a 2 fission fragment, that is krypton and beryllium, is average about 185 mega electron volt. The next one is sources of the electromagnetic radiation. Here sources of the electromagnetic radiation, which is the uncharged radiation. First, gamma rays. Gamma rays which follows the beta decay. In the case of gamma rays, emission of the gamma rays does not alter the number of protons or neutrons. In case of gamma rays, which does not alter the number of protons or number of neutrons in the nucleus, but instead has the effect of moving the nucleus from a higher to the lower energy state, because it is a uncharged radiation. That's why we moving the nucleus from higher to the lower energy state or unstable to the stable state. The gamma ray emission, which frequently follows the beta decay or alpha decay or other nuclear decay process. Gamma ray emission which is occurs when in case of beta decays or alpha decays or the nuclear decay process. For example, when a cobalt with atomic number 27 with mass number 60, that will be converted into nickel of the atomic number 28 with its mass number as a constant, that is 60, with the liberation of gamma radiation with its energy as 1.3325 mega electron volt in case of gamma ray, which follows the beta decay process. The next, here in this case cobalt that will be converted into nickel. Here cobalt which is taken as an unstable nucleus, that will be converted into stable nucleus with the liberation of the gamma rays. In case of annihilation radiation, here annihilation, already know that here annihilation is a process in which the electron and positron combine to form a photon. Here annihilation, which is the process where electron and positron combine to form a photon. It can be also be called as the reverse process of the pair production. As in pair production, the proton, it will be split up into electron and positron. So annihilation, which is the reverse form or reverse process of the pair production. For example, before that, annihilation radiation is there, where annihilation radiation is a term used in a gamma spectroscopy, which is used in a gamma spectroscopy for the photon. Here radiation produced when a particle and antiparticle, here when a particle and its antiparticles collide each other and annihilated, which is collide each other and annihilated, then energy of 0.511, energy of the 0.511 mega electron volt of photon produced by an electron interacting with a positron. These photons are frequently referred to as gamma rays. These photons are frequently referred as gamma rays, despite having their origin outside the nucleus. Its origin which is outside the nucleus, due to the nuclear disintegration between the type of the photon radiation, then annihilation radiation is not monoenergetic like gamma rays, but it has a wide range of the energies. Not have any short range of energy, but it has a wide range of energy. So that's why it is not a monoenergetic, which is produced by the radioactive decay. For example, in the decay of the sodium with mass number 22, the photon of both, here photons of both energy ranges, that is 0.511 mega electron volt and 1.274 mega electron volt energy are emitted from the source or nucleus. The next one, gamma rays, which follows the nuclear reaction. Gamma rays following the nuclear reaction. Gamma rays or gamma radiation is a penetrating form of the electromagnetic radiation, which is the penetrating form of the electromagnetic radiation arising from the radioactive decay of the atomic nuclei. It consists of the shortest wavelength electromagnetic waves, and also it imparts the highest photon energy. It has a shortest wavelength electromagnetic waves, also it has the highest photon energy. If gamma rays with energies which is higher than those available from the beta active isotopes are needed, the nuclear reaction can be written as when the alpha particle which is bombarded with the beryllium with the atomic number 4 with mass number as 9, which produces the product nucleus as carbon 6 with mass number as 12 with the liberation of the neutron. Here carbon 6, atomic number 6 with mass number 12, which is in the excited state. Here star indicates the excited state of the carbon, where the product nucleus or carbon 6 with the mass number 12 is left in the excited state. Its decay gives rise to the gamma ray. Gamma rays photon of the energy 4.44 mega electron volt energy. Here again this excited state of the carbon the excited state of the carbon that combines with the carbon with the atomic number 6 with mass number 13, that will be combines with the alpha particle, then it produces the product nucleus as oxygen with the atomic number as 8, mass number as 16, that is which is in the excited state with the liberation of the neutron, with the neutrons with the energy of the order of 6.130 mega electron volt, which is about the gamma rays which follows the nuclear reaction. The next, Bremsstrahl lung. Here Bremsstrahl lung means breaking the radiation. That means breaking the radiation is the radiation given off by the free electron that are deflected or accelerated. That is deflected means accelerated in the electric field of the charged particle and the nuclei of the atom. Here Bremsstrahl lung radiation, that is electromagnetic radiation, which is produced by a sudden slowing down or deflection of the charged particle, especially in case of electron, passing through the matter in the strong electric field of the atomic nuclei. It includes synchrotron radiation as photon emitted by a relativistic particle, and also it includes cyclotron radiation as photon emitted by the non-relativistic particle, and also emission of the electrons and positron during the beta decay process. Here Bremsstrahl lung, it includes the synchrotron radiation as photon which is emitted by the relativistic particle. At the same time it includes cyclotron radiation or photon and emission by the non-relativistic particle or emission of the electron or positron during the beta decay process. The next, characteristics X-ray. Here characteristics X-ray. Characteristics X-rays are emitted when outer shell electrons fill a vacancy in the inner shell, which fills the vacancy in the inner shell of an atom. Releasing a X-ray in the pattern is characteristics to each other. Here characteristics X-ray were discovered by the Charles Glover Barkla in 1909, who later won the Nobel Prize in Physics for his discovery in 1917. Here characteristics X-ray, which is emitted when outer shell electron fill a vacancy in the inner shell of an atom, which releases the X-ray pattern, that is characteristics to each element. Here characteristics X-ray, which is discovered by the Charles Glover Barkla in 1909. For his discovery, he won the Nobel Prize in the Physics for the discovery in 1917. The next, characteristics X-rays are produced when an element is bombarded with a high energy particles, which can be photons or electrons or ions such as protons. When the incident particle strike the bound electrons or target electrons in an atom, the target electron, that is target electron as X, we simply taken as X, is ejected from the inner shell of an atom. After the electron has been ejected, the atom is left with the vacant energy level is known as a core hole. Outer shell electrons, here outer shell electron then fall into the inner shell, outer shell which is fall into the inner shell, emitting the quantized photon with the energy level equivalent to the energy difference between the higher and lower states. Then next, each element has a unique set of the energy levels, and thus the transition from higher to the lower energy levels, which produces the X-ray with the frequencies that are characterized to each element. Here characteristics X-ray which are produced when the element is bombarded with a high energy particle, which is bombarded with a high energy particle, which can be photon, electron or ions. Here ions such as protons. When the incident particles strike the bound electron or target electron in an atom, the target electron is ejected from the inner shell of the atom. After the electron has been ejected, the atom is left with a vacant energy level, which is known as a core hole. The outer shell electrons then fall into the inner shell by emitting the quantization or quantized photons with the energy level which is equivalent to the energy difference between the higher and lower state. Each element has a unique set of the energy level, thus the transition from higher to lower energy levels, which produces the X-ray with the frequencies that are characteristics to each element, which is about the characteristics X-ray. Next, in case of synchrotron radiation, here synchrotron radiation is the electromagnetic radiation which is emitted when the charged particle travels in the curved paths. Because in most accelerators, the particles' trajectories are bent by the magnetic fields, synchrotron radiation is called as magneto-Bremsstrahlung. Because here, in case of synchrotron radiation, which is the electromagnetic radiation which is emitted when the charged particle which is travelled in the curved path, because in most accelerators particle trajectories are bent by a magnetic field, which is bent by the magnetic field. That's why synchrotron radiation is also known as a magneto-Bremsstrahlung. Here it is produced by the charged particle. Here synchrotron radiation, which is produced by the charged particles traveling at a relativistic speed, forced to travel along the curved path, which is forced to travel along the curved path by a applied magnetic field. The high speed electrons circulating, which is circulating at a constant energy in a synchrotron storage rings, which produces the X-ray, which is about the synchrotron radiation. The next, this is all about the charged and uncharged particle radiation. The next one is neutron source. Here neutron sources are also called as the neutron generators, because it generates the neutrons. That's why it is known as a neutron generators. It is a kind of device, which is any kind of device that emits the neutrons. It is built on the basis of the accelerator, which is built on the basis of the accelerator. Here photonuclear reactors or photonuclear reactions can be used in such a generators. The accelerated electrons, here accelerated electrons bombarded a tungsten or uranium target, which producing the Bremsstrahlung radiation, which causes the reactions like gamma radiations and neutrons. Here gamma radiations or neutrons will be produced in the neutron source. Here neutrons are obtained during the neutron decay. Here neutrons which is obtained during the neutron decay process with varying the energies. It has a wide range of energies, where when the alpha particle, which is combines with the beryllium with the atomic number as 4 with the mass number as 9, which combine to form a product nucleus as a carbon with the atomic number 6 with mass number 12 with the liberation of the neutron. With the Q value, the energy difference between the both product and target nucleus can be taken as a Q value. Here Q value is the energy difference between the reaction, that is 5.71 mega electron volt during this nuclear reaction. Some radioisotope gamma ray emitter can also be used to produce the neutrons, when combined with the appropriate target. Here combined with the appropriate target material, these neutrons are called photoneutrons. These neutrons which is emitted during this nuclear reaction, that is known as a photoneutron. This is about the neutron source.